What if a submarine designed to be invisible suddenly became the center of a global spotlight? What if NATO intelligence, Mediterranean patrols, and the world's press were all watching one vessel, asking the same question? Is it breaking down, or is it bait? Tonight, we dive deep into the story of B-261 Novorossiysk, Russia's so-called black hole submarine. We'll uncover its history, its advanced technologies, its deadly purpose, and the storm of uncertainty that now surrounds it. In late September 2025, headlines exploded across Europe. Russian telegram channels claimed that Novorossiysk, a Project 636.3 improved Kilo-class submarine, had suffered a critical fuel leak in the Mediterranean. Fuel was said to have flooded the bilge compartments, creating a risk of fire or even explosion. The story went further. The crew allegedly had no spare parts and no qualified engineers to fix the problem. To save themselves, they were forced to surface near the Strait of Gibraltar, one of the most strategic maritime choke points in the world. Western tabloids rushed in with dramatic headlines: "A Russian nuclear submarine at risk of exploding near Gibraltar." But here's the problem. Novorossiysk is not nuclear-powered, it's diesel-electric. Yes, it can fire nuclear-capable cruise missiles, but it does not have a nuclear reactor. Many outlets blurred this distinction, amplifying confusion. Local media in Gibraltar confirmed only this: they had asked the Ministry of Defense for comment and were still waiting. No satellite photos, no official statements, no oil slick warnings at sea. So is the story true? Or is it a mix of technical reality and information warfare? NATO's reaction has been deliberately quiet. Behind the scenes, it is almost certain that maritime patrol aircraft, satellites, and anti-submarine frigates tightened their watch over Gibraltar. Any unusual surface activity would have been logged, but NATO has not issued a public statement. Why? Because to comment without proof risks playing into Russia's or the media's narrative. In the age of information war, silence is sometimes the most strategic response. Still, for NATO, the incident, true or not, is a reminder. Russian submarines regularly push through Gibraltar into the Mediterranean. Each transit is a test of NATO vigilance. To understand why this story matters, we must first meet the submarine at its core. The B-261 Novorossiysk, a Project 636.3 improved Kilo-class submarine built at the Admiralty shipyards in St. Petersburg. Its keel was laid in 2010, launched in 2013, and by 2014, it joined the Black Sea Fleet. It was the first of 6 submarines built to replace aging Soviet diesel boats, a symbol of Russia's modernization drive. Among NATO analysts, its name is whispered with unease: the Black Hole. Because at low speeds, this submarine almost vanishes from sonar, slipping into silence as if it had been erased from the sea. On paper, Novorossiysk looks modest. 74 meters long, displacing 3,100 tons submerged. Yet it can patrol for up to 45 days without resupply. Its hull is coated in anechoic tiles, sound-absorbing armor that scatters sonar beams into nothing. This stealth is its shield, making NATO detection far more difficult. Its digital ear, the MGK-400EM sonar suite, listens for threats and prey alike, capable of tracking ships, submarines, and even avoiding mines. And then, there are the weapons. 6 533mm torpedo tubes loaded with 18 torpedoes or 24 mines. But the true transformation came with the Kalibr cruise missile. Launched from beneath the waves, it can strike ships or land targets hundreds of kilometers away. In Syria, these missiles proved their reach and their precision. This turns Novorossiysk from a coastal defender into a strategic strike asset, a submarine that can shape battles far beyond the shoreline. Its strength lies in silence. NATO crews have nicknamed it a ghost, an enemy that can appear without warning. It is versatile, shifting roles from hunter to mine layer to long-range strike platform, and it is cheaper to operate than nuclear-powered giants. But stealth has its limits. The NOVOROSSIYSK is diesel-electric. To fight, it must breathe. Periodically, it raises a snorkel to recharge batteries, and in those moments, it risks exposure to satellites and anti-submarine aircraft. And while lethal in confined waters, it cannot outrun or outlast nuclear-powered hunters like America's Virginia-class or Britain's Astute-class submarines. In short, the NOVOROSSIYSK is a deadly ambush predator, perfect for the shallow seas of the Black Sea and the narrow lanes of the Mediterranean, but vulnerable in the wide, open ocean. Why does one submarine matter so much? Because Russia uses these improved Kilo submarines to project power in regions where NATO is strongest. The Black Sea Fleet has deployed them to Syria, to the eastern Mediterranean, and now, allegedly, near Gibraltar. Each deployment forces NATO to allocate resources, frigates, patrol planes, and surveillance satellites to track a vessel that may or may not even be operating at full strength. And that may be part of the point. Even the rumor of a malfunction has strategic value. It distracts, it probes NATO's readiness, and it tests how quickly allies react. So where does this leave us with the Gibraltar incident? The facts are simple. Russia's NOVOROSSIYSK exists, one of the quietest diesel-electric submarines afloat. It has already prowled the Mediterranean, slipping through NATO's defenses in the past. The claim is far more dramatic, that the submarine was forced to surface near Gibraltar, crippled by a catastrophic fuel leak. And yet, what is unverified speaks louder than the headlines. No photographs, no satellite images, no official confirmation, neither from NATO nor from London, Madrid, or Moscow itself. NATO's silence suggests caution. The media's noise suggests uncertainty. And Russia's refusal to confirm or deny leaves only ambiguity. Until independent evidence emerges, the story drifts between two worlds, half fact, half fiction, a shadow balanced on the edge of possibility and propaganda. The NOVOROSSIYSK is not the largest, fastest, or most advanced submarine in the world, but it represents something more important: the power of stealth, the leverage of ambiguity, and the reality that in modern conflict, sometimes rumors are as strategic as torpedoes. As long as vessels like NOVOROSSIYSK patrol the world's seas or appear to malfunction at its choke points, NATO will be watching, the press will be speculating, and the public will be left asking, is this the shadow of a submarine or the shadow of a story?